Welcome to our channel History of Coins, where we explore the hidden gems of numismatics. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of US state quarter dollar coins, as some of these coins are rare and can make you rich overnight. In this video, we are gonna uncover the rarest coins and their values. So make sure to watch the complete video and find out if you have one of these. Now let's continue our today's video. Top 1 today, we're diving deep into one of the most eye-catching and underappreciated coins from the United States State Quarter Series, the 2007 Montana Quarter. Now, don't let its ordinary appearance fool you. This coin has become a hot topic among collectors and coin dealers alike, not just because of its bold design, but because of certain rare features that have turned some of these quarters into serious treasures. And yes, one specific example has been valued at a jaw-dropping price. Stick with me, because you won't believe how much it's worth. Let's start by talking about where this coin comes from. In 2007, the U.S. Mint released the Montana State Quarter as part of the 50 State Quarters program, an ambitious and beloved initiative that celebrated each of the 50 states with its own custom design. Montana, often called Big Sky Country, was honored with a quarter that beautifully represents its rugged and wild heritage. The reverse side of the coin, the one with the unique design, features a powerful image, a bison skull set against a sweeping outline of Montana's landscape. It's a tribute to the wildlife and native history of the region. The bison is more than just an animal here. It's a symbol of the untamed frontier, of survival, and of the spirit of the West. Above it are the words, Big Sky Country, perfectly capturing the vast, open skies Montana is famous for. On the obverse side, as with all state quarters, you'll find the familiar profile of George Washington. But don't be too quick to flip past this side. Some of the most valuable and rare errors are found in the details here. Now let's talk about why this coin, among the many state quarters minted, has become such a prized find. First, we need to look at mintage numbers. The Denver and Philadelphia mints produced tens of millions of Montana quarters in 2007. That means most of these coins are common, unless you're lucky enough to find one with an error. That's where the magic happens. Some of these Montana quarters contain incredibly rare minting errors that occurred during production. We're talking about double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and even dramatic cuts, those raised blobs where part of the die has broken off. These flaws may seem small, but in the world of numismatics, they make all the difference. One of the most famous error types in the Montana quarter is the double die reverse, where elements of the bison skull or lettering appear slightly doubled when viewed under magnification. Another notable error is the clipped planchet, where a piece of the coin is missing due to a misfeed in the minting machine. These errors are rare, but when found, they can multiply the coin's value significantly. But here's what makes collecting even more exciting. No two error coins are exactly alike. Each one is like a fingerprint, unique, unrepeatable, and often highly desirable. That's why collectors pay close attention to detail. If you find a Montana quarter with one of these errors in uncirculated condition, especially one that's been professionally graded and encapsulated, you might just be holding something far more valuable than pocket change. The condition of the coin plays a major role, too. Coins that are well worn from circulation don't fetch high prices. But a coin kept in mint condition, stored properly, and graded as MS 67 or higher by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. That's the kind of coin collectors dream of. And now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for. One such 2007 Montana State Quarter, featuring a rare mint error and in pristine, uncirculated condition, has been valued at an astonishing $81,000. Yes, you heard that right. A simple state quarter, originally worth just 25 cents, has skyrocketed in value because of its rarity, condition, and collector demand. So, what can you do? Start by checking your change jars, coin rolls, or even that old coin collection from your childhood. Look carefully at any 2007 Montana quarters. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling or unusual marks. If anything looks off, don't spend it. Research it, or better yet, have it appraised. This is why coin collecting is so fascinating. It's not just about money. It's about discovery, about history, about holding a tiny piece of art and legacy in your hand that could turn out to be a hidden treasure. Top 2, we're taking a closer look at one of the most unique and underrated coins released by the United States Mint in recent years, the 2017 Effigy Mounds Quarter from the America the Beautiful series. Now, you might have seen this coin in your change before. Maybe you didn't even think twice about it. But here's the thing, not all quarters are created equal. Some are hiding incredible secrets, errors, rare features, and near-perfect conditions that make them worth far more than 25 cents. So don't blink, because by the end of this video, you'll learn how one of these quarters ended up being worth an unbelievable amount. Let's start with the design. Because this coin isn't just money, it's a miniature tribute to a sacred place. The 2017 Effigy Mounds Quarter was the very first release of the year in the America the Beautiful series, and it honors Effigy Mounds National Monument in Iowa. The monument itself is a powerful cultural site, featuring over 200 ancient earth mounds, many of them shaped like animals such as birds and bears. These mounds were created by Native American cultures over 1,000 years ago, and they hold deep spiritual significance. The reverse side of the coin beautifully captures this heritage. It shows a group of animal-shaped mounds stretching across the land, simple yet deeply meaningful. The design is more than just artistic. It's a respectful nod to Native American history, something that makes this coin stand out in any collection. It's not just a quarter, it's a piece of cultural preservation. But as every serious collector knows, beauty and history are just part of the equation. What makes a coin truly valuable? That's where rarity, condition, and mint errors come into play. The Effigy Mounds Quarter was minted at several locations, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While millions were made, only a small number were struck with unusual and rare mint errors. These are the coins that get collectors talking and prices soaring. So, what kind of errors are we talking about? Well, some of the most valuable Effigy Mounds quarters have what's known as a double die. A subtle but powerful error where parts of the design appear slightly doubled. This can occur in the lettering, in the fine lines of the mounds, or even in the date itself. You'll often need a magnifying glass to see it clearly, but to a trained eye or a lucky finder, that tiny mistake can be worth a small fortune. There are also examples of off-center strikes, where the design isn't properly aligned and ends up shifted to one side. These errors are visually striking and easy to spot. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin can become, especially if all the text and date are still visible. Another type of sought-after error is the die break, sometimes called a cud, where a piece of the die breaks off and leaves a raised blob of metal on the coin's surface. These errors are rare and unique to each coin, kind of like a fingerprint. No two are exactly alike. And then, of course, there's the holy grail of coin collecting, condition. If your 2017 Effigy Mounds Quarter is in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially if it's been graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, it could already be worth significantly more than face value. Coins graded MS 67 or higher are considered nearly perfect, and when combined with a rare error, that's when you enter serious value territory. What makes this particular quarter even more intriguing is that it's relatively modern. Most people don't expect to find treasure in their pocket change from just a few years ago. But that's what makes coin collecting so exciting. You don't need to dig up ancient coins or inherit a dusty collection. Sometimes, a life-changing find could be right in your wallet. Collectors are especially drawn to coins like this one because they tell a story of American history, of nature and culture, of the craft of minting itself. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a lifelong numismatist, the thrill of discovering a rare and valuable piece is always electric. And now, let's get to the reason you're still watching. Point 1, specific 2017 Effigy Mounds Quarter. Featuring an extremely rare error and preserved in flawless, uncirculated condition, was valued by experts and collectors alike at an astonishing $78,000. Yes, you heard that right. $78,000 for a 25-cent coin. So if you've got a few state or national park quarters lying around, take a close look. You never know what you might find. That quarter you tossed in your change jar could be a rare gem hiding in plain sight. Top 3, we're talking about the 2008 Arizona State Quarter. And trust me, it's not just any ordinary coin. Now, Arizona might be known for the Grand Canyon, scorching desert landscapes, and stunning sunsets. But did you know that its commemorative state quarter holds secrets that could be worth thousands? That's right. While millions of these coins were minted and entered circulation, a rare few have become the crown jewels of coin collecting. Let's take a closer look at this remarkable piece of American numismatic history. Released in 2008 as part of the 50 State Quarters program, The Arizona quarter was the 48th coin in the series. The reverse side of the coin features the iconic Grand Canyon, framed by a saguaro cactus, an image that perfectly captures the raw beauty of Arizona's landscape. Below the scene is a banner that reads Grand Canyon State, a proud nod to one of the most famous natural wonders in the world. The design is detailed, striking, and full of symbolism. But as any collector knows, the true value of a coin doesn't just lie in its artwork, it lies in the unexpected. And this is where things get very interesting. While the U.S. Mint produced millions of these coins, not all of them came out perfectly. Some Arizona quarters have incredibly rare minting errors, mistakes that happen during the coin's production. These errors are what transform an everyday coin into a collector's dream point. One of the most famous errors found on the 2008 Arizona quarter is the extra cactus leaf error. On a few rare coins, an extra cactus leaf appears in the design, partially covering the date or the initials of the designer. This was not intentional and occurred due to die deterioration or misalignment during the minting process. It's a subtle difference, but in the world of coin collecting, that kind of mistake can mean serious money. Other rare errors include double die strikes, where parts of the design appear duplicated slightly due to a misalignment between the die and the planchet. These can often be spotted in the letters, numbers, or fine details of the coin. Even more dramatic are the off-center strikes, where the entire design is shifted, leaving part of the coin blank or oddly shaped. These kinds of minting errors are rare and exciting, making any coin with such features incredibly valuable. Now, let's not forget the importance of condition. If you find one of these error coins in circulated condition, meaning it's been used, scratched, or worn down, it might still hold value. But if you happen to have one in mint, uncirculated condition, possibly graded by a service like PCGS or NGC, then you're in the realm of serious collector interest. The higher the grade, especially MS 67 or above, the more valuable the coin becomes. There's also the matter of demand. Coin collectors across the world are constantly searching for rare and unusual coins to add to their collections, and when a modern quarter features an unexpected variation, the buzz spreads fast. Error coins, especially ones that are easy to identify like the extra cactus leaf, quickly become the talk of the community. So, why does this matter to you? Because these coins are still out there. They're in pocket change, in old coin jars, in forgotten drawers. And that's the thrill of it. This isn't just a hobby for museums or millionaires. This is something anyone can get into. That Arizona quarter in your collection could be something truly special. All you need is a sharp eye, a little curiosity, and maybe a magnifying glass. Now, here comes the moment you've been waiting for. One of these rare 2008 Arizona state quarters, with a well-known error and in pristine, uncirculated conditions, has been valued by experts and collectors alike at an unbelievable $75,000. Yes, you heard that right. $75,000 for a 25-cent coin. That's the magic of numismatics. So the next time you come across an Arizona quarter, take a good, close look. That tiny detail could mean the difference between change for a snack and a coin that changes your life. Top 4 today's coin is a tribute to flight, history, and innovation. It's none other than the 2002 Ohio State Quarter, a coin that doesn't just celebrate one of America's great states, but also hides rare features that have sent shockwaves through the world of numismatics. So buckle up, coin fans, because we're going on a journey through time, technology, and treasure hunting. And make sure you stay until the very end, because what might look like just another quarter could be worth a truly staggering amount. Let's start with the basics. The Ohio State Quarter was the 17th coin released in the 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 through 2008. It was minted in 2002 to represent the great state of Ohio, often called the birthplace of aviation pioneers. The reverse side of the coin features a bold design, the outline of Ohio in the background, with a vintage airplane soaring above and an astronaut floating alongside it. Below the images are the words "Birthplace of Aviation Pioneers," a proud nod to the Wright brothers and astronaut John Glenn, both Ohio natives who forever changed the course of human history. It's a beautiful coin with powerful symbolism. But collectors don't just chase coins for how they look. They're after what makes them rare. And that's where things get exciting. Despite millions of these coins being produced by both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, a small number of them have surfaced with striking mint errors. Flaws so unique and so rare that they've pushed the value of these coins into jaw-dropping territory. One of the most well-known errors on the 2002 Ohio quarter is the double die reverse. This is when the coin is struck more than once in slightly misaligned positions, creating a ghost-like doubling of the design elements. On this coin, that means you might see doubled text in the words "Birthplace of Aviation Pioneers," or even doubling in the outlines of the astronaut and the plane. These aren't easy to see at a glance, but with a magnifier and a sharp eye, you might just spot one. Another highly desirable error is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is noticeably shifted and doesn't sit properly within the border. In extreme cases, a portion of the coin may even be missing, giving it an unusual and dramatic appearance. These kinds of errors are incredibly rare, especially if the date and design are still visible. When collectors see them, they jump. Then there's the clipped planchet error. This occurs when a blank metal disc, or planchet, is improperly cut, resulting in a quarter that appears to have a bite taken out of it. These clipped coins are rare on their own, but when combined with a popular coin like the Ohio State quarter, the value climbs even higher, and we haven't even talked about condition yet. As with all collectible coins, the state of preservation is critical. If your coin is scratched, worn, or has been heavily circulated, it's unlikely to attract serious offers. But if you're holding a coin in near mint or uncirculated condition, especially if it's been professionally graded at MS 67 or higher, then you're looking at a coin that's truly investment grade. When you combine rarity, error, and pristine condition, you enter the territory where values soar beyond belief. And while most Ohio quarters are worth just a little over face value, a handful have gone on to stun the collecting world. Now let's talk about the part you've been waiting for. The true value of one of these extraordinary coins. One very special 2002 Ohio State quarter, featuring a rare minting error and preserved in impeccable uncirculated condition, has been valued at an incredible $73,000. Yes, you heard that right. $73,000 for a coin you might easily mistake for loose change. That's why coin collecting is such an exciting adventure. It's not just about the history, or the art, or the thrill of holding a piece of America's past. It's about the treasure hunt, the chance that one of these coins in your drawer or pocket could be hiding a value that changes everything. So the next time you're flipping through your spare change, pay close attention. Pull out those 2002 Ohio quarters. Look closely for errors, inspect the condition, and if you see something unusual, don't ignore it. It just might be worth a second look, and maybe $73,000. Top 5. We're turning our focus to one of the most visually stunning coins in the America the Beautiful series, the 2014 Arches National Park quarter. At first glance, it's a beautiful coin, elegant, artistic, a real tribute to nature's power. But behind that beauty lies a secret. A few special versions of this coin have shocked the collecting world with their sky-high value, all thanks to rare errors and impeccable condition. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in this coin, and why one version of it has been valued at an eye-watering $70,000. Let's start with the story behind the design. The 2014 Arches quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series that celebrated the national parks and historic sites of the United States. Arches National Park, located in Utah, is home to over 2,000 natural sandstone arches, including the famous Delicate Arch, the very one featured on this coin. The reverse side of the quarter showcases Delicate Arch in all its glory, standing tall against the backdrop of the La Salle Mountains. It's one of the most iconic natural landmarks in the country, and this coin captures its grandeur beautifully. Below the arch are the words Arches and Utah, honoring the park and the state it calls home. But here's where things get exciting. While millions of these quarters were minted for circulation, only a very small number have surfaced with rare mint errors. These errors, tiny mistakes that occurred during the coin's production, can make a coin go from ordinary to outrageously valuable. One of the most talked about errors on the 2014 Arches quarter is the double die reverse. This is when the coin is struck with a die that shifted between strikes, causing parts of the design, like the lettering or details on the arch, to appear doubled. It might look like a blur or shadow to the untrained eye, but to a collector, it's a golden ticket. Another rare and fascinating error is the die clash, where the images from the obverse and reverse dies get imprinted on each other, leaving ghost-like outlines where they don't belong. Imagine spotting a faint part of George Washington's head on the side with the arch, and now that's something special. Then there's the off-center strike, where the coin wasn't properly aligned when stamped. This results in a quarter where part of the design is missing or pushed awkwardly to one side. The more off-center it is, especially while still showing the date, the more valuable it becomes. Collectors also chase after the clip planchet error, where a portion of the coin appears cut or clipped. These coins look as if a small bite was taken out of them and are highly collectible, especially if they're from a popular series like America the Beautiful. But let's not forget one of the most important factors in coin collecting. Condition. A coin with a rare error might be interesting, but if it's been scratched up in circulation, its value drops significantly. That's why coins in uncirculated condition, those that have never been used in day-to-day transactions, are so highly prized. When a rare error meets a near-perfect condition, you've got a true collector's dream. Now imagine this: a 2014 Arches quarter with a dramatic mint error, flawless luster, sharp edges, and no wear. Add to that a high-grade certification from a respected grading company like PCGS or NGC. Now you're talking serious money. And here's the part that stuns even veteran collectors: one incredibly rare version of the 2014 Arches National Park quarter, featuring a minting error and preserved in immaculate, uncirculated condition, has been valued at an astonishing $70,000. Yes, you heard that right. $70,000 for a single quarter. That's the beauty of numismatics, the possibility that a simple coin, something that might have passed through your hands or sat in your coin jar for years, could turn out to be a rare treasure hiding in plain sight. So, if you've got a 2014 Arches quarter in your collection, or even in your pocket, take a moment to examine it closely. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, unusual marks, or anything that doesn't seem quite right. And if the coin still has its original shine and shows no signs of wear, you might just be holding something extraordinary. If you enjoyed today's coin adventure, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you're the first to hear about the next big discovery. Drop a comment below if you found any unusual coins. We'd love to hear your story and maybe even feature it in a future episode. Thanks for joining me, and as always, keep searching, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of a quarter, because your next coin could be worth $70,000.